सर अभी प्रिंसिपल सर से बात करा था मैं, तो 2:30 को ओयू की डीन की मीटिंग है बोल रहे। तो मैं सर दो आजम सर को मैं बोल दूँ, हाँ श्रावली साहब को दूँ, हाँ ओके, हाँ हाँ ओके 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 हाँ ओके।
आपके मोबाइल से यशा सर को एक लिंक भी जाए।
ओके ओके
आपके व्हाट्सएप में।
हाँ हेलो सर, हाँ तहसील मैम है सर, बोले तहसील मैम, हाँ पंपिंచేసిన సార్ మీకు बोले तहसील, हाँ ये लिंक भी भेजा, 2 भी लिंक भेजा दो, मैं भेजे आपको, भेजे मैं उधर जाके देखती हूँ। हेलो मैडम, हाँ वाला सर बोलो। आज इसके वास्ते ही कॉल कर ठीक है सर।
हेलो हेलो अस्सलाम वालेकुम। अभी आ रही आवाज़? हेलो
हेलो।
हेलो
यस।
या हेलो, आवाज़ आ रही? Good afternoon. Welcome to Lord's Institute of Engineering and Technology. Are you getting my voice? Yes, mic testing 1 2 3.
Are organizing by Science and Humanities.
Yes, hello. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Lord's Institute of Engineering and Technology. Is it okay? Are you getting my voice? Okay. Today, Department of Science and Humanities organizing student development program. Is it clear? Okay. Yes, hello. Good afternoon. Welcome to Lord's Institute of Engineering and Technology, an autonomous institution. Lordle?
Hello.
Yes, hello. Good afternoon, everyone. Hello.
Hello. Yes. Hello. Good afternoon. Are you getting my voice? Okay. Is it clear? Mr. Sir, are you getting my voice? Can you check? Hello. Link कहाँ है सर? Link नया link. Ask Samir sir. Samir sir, just forward SNS group.
Send me
Just cross it one.
I'm sending, sir. You come to CSC, sir.
Event OU.
CSC, sir.
Usmania University. ये first year का.
तो बुलाएंगे क्या आओगे?
Faculty.
Class teachers ने
Those who are not having the classes. नया लिंक तो समीर सर के पास है.
समीर सर, वहाँ नया लिंक
आप क्रिएट कर रहे हैं सर मिला तो.
पुराना में वही
लिंक आप क्रिएट करें दूसरे पहले का नहीं होता.
Voice clear.
मिलेगा मिलेगा
भानु सर
voice? Hello? Hello? Yes? Hello? Okay. Relax, sir.
Good morning, boy. My voice is audible. Online students, my voice is audible. Anyone speak? Hello.
Sir.
Yes, sir. It is audible, sir.
My voice is clear.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Your voice is audible, sir.
Science and Humanities Organized Student Development Program. My voice is clear. Hello.
Yes, sir. Your voice is clear, sir.
Okay, right. Thank you.
हेलो कोई है
Students have patience as it will start in a short while.
टू थर्टी को ज्वाइन करना मैम Time.
Hello, hello, hello. Mic checking. Hello. 1, 2, 3. Hello.
Good afternoon, everybody. Sow a thought, reap an action. Sow an action, reap a habit. Sow a habit, reap a character. Sow a character, reap a destiny. Such quotes are given by some of the effective people, those who have influenced our life. To enlighten us more about effective people, the Department of Science and Humanities has organized a student development program on 7 habits of highly effective people and know your why in Golden Circle. I, Siddiqui Tessin Fatima, Assistant Professor of English Department, welcome you all for today's session. Lord Institute of Engineering and Technology always strives for holistic development of the student. Focus is laid on improvising life skills by exposing them to the latest technology. As a practice of every year, experts are invited from all over the world to enlighten the students. We are honored to have among us one such renowned expert, Professor Noman Abdul Majid, the Associate Director, E-Cell and PBI at Lord's Institute of Engineering and Technology. Thank you, sir, for accepting our invitation. To get motivated, first I would like to call Professor Mohammad Irshad Ali, sir, Professor of Mathematics, to occupy the dais. Now I request Dr. Rehana Anjum ma'am, HOD, Chemistry Department, to occupy the seat. I call upon Professor Khaja Muzaffar, sir, HOD, Petroleum Department, to occupy the seat. Now I request Dr. Sheikh Sawali, sir, to occupy the dais. It's my honor to invite Dr. Azam Pasha Khadri, sir, Vice Principal and HOD, Mechanical Department, to occupy the dais. It's my privilege to invite our chief guest for the program, Professor Noman Abdul Majid, sir, to occupy the dais. Thank you, everyone. Now I request our Vice Principal, Dr. Syed Azam Pasha Khadri, sir, to speak few words. Very good afternoon to one and all. On the of the dais and my dear students. First of all, I congratulate the entire team of the Congress for conducting this marvelous session for 3 days. I strongly believe this 3 days is the wonderful session going to be. I request all the participants very effectively using this because this is the game changer. Your life is going to be changed. Such developments are very much essential to know the habits. Daily we are having some habits. Now small changes in the habits
which lead to be the successful person in the world, here and hereafter also. And I thank sir for taking this initiation, and I hope all the students will be benefited with this session. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. Speciality, sir, the Dean Student Affairs and Allied Branches, to speak few words.
Assalamualaikum. Good afternoon to you all. Dignitaries from the dais, HODs, today's guest speaker, Professor Moman Abdul Majid, my fellow colleagues, staff, and all my students of the college who are in this live in this session. So once again, good afternoon to you all. There are three things in this. One is 7 habits we have a golden circle, then of course we have personal development. All of us know pretty well that we always, as faculties, think always of faculty development program. Mashallah, today I am seeing student development program. Good initiative. And the Department of Science and Humanities, really they have taken pains in conducting this. In fact, the first one, 7 Habits, that is the book written by Stephen Covey. It is one of the highest seller. As far as my knowledge goes, it's touching around 30 to 15 million copies sold throughout the world. So this is one of the, yardstick in yourself developing on your personal skills, or I can say, because the third point that is there is on personality development. I think definitely these three key areas, I think Professor Noman sir, I think will focus and enlighten the audience, the staff, the students. Mashallah, he has a lot of experience, and he has moved across from 8 to 10 countries. Definitely, as a faculty, I can say I have been known to him since a quite considerable amount of time. International exposure definitely is going to enlighten you, enriching your profile. So I have a little idea on the 7 habits, wherein if you take the example of ourselves, we have 3 stages. We have the childhood, then we have the youth, then we become old. Something like we have dependency, then independency, then interdependency. I think Professor Noman can explain wonderfully on this. I was going through this quite because this book happened to be very famous, and being many in the world have read this book and changed themselves. A lot of changes have come, and a lot of revolutionary, on attitude wise, on so many other things, people have changed themselves. Really, it's good that particular topic is being discussed today. Mashallah, I think definitely to benefit the students. The second one is we have the golden circle. Golden circle, why, how, and what. All of you know that, right? Then personality development, pretty well, like, how we move. Because nowadays, if you see the trend that is going on, immediately you want to have a personality, student will go to gym. Not required. Personality is something, how Gandhiji he was not having personality, isn't it? He was the father of the nation. A lot of bones were exposed, and he was with dhoti. He is one of the top most international, figures. So we also see that we change students, we can change the students. Our attitude is not good, our behavior is not good, how we present ourselves in front of the students is not good. Come on here, then what is that we are going to do? We are being paid, isn't it? So I think this particular session maybe because myself, even though I have little experience, I'm always a learner. I learn and I'll not shy away in asking things. Maybe I may not be knowing, but on certain uh, key areas, I feel as if I know because the circumstances demands that if you know, as if you pretend that you know, then opposite person will think that he knows, then he'll learn. So all that depends upon how you take the passion that you have. That is going to be. Inshallah, I think this session will definitely enrich this present briefing. What is the discussion today? Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Professor Noman Abdul Majid is Associate Professor of E-Cell and PBI at Lord Institute of Engineering Technology. Sir has many years of experience working in so many industries such as Samsung and many other. Sir is a renowned speaker at UNEA. He is a double MBA in Marketing and International Business. Sir is also a renowned international trainer and mentor. Sir describes the brands and the students he builds as the game changer. Sir has attended several international national conferences and seminars. Sir has many accolades to his credit, such as Horace's Global Leader, New Products, GTM Award, Middle East North Africa CSR Award, and many such awards Sir has received. So I'm very much privileged to have Sir among us. And now I request Sir to enlighten us through his talk. Please, sir.
All right. Assalamu alaikum and a very good afternoon. Namaskaram, Virandarki. Thank you so much for coming here and giving this much respect, Madam, the Master of the Ceremony, and respected Madam on the dais, Reshma Madam, Shavali Sir, Vice Principal Sir, and the other HODs. I really appreciate your sincere efforts in driving change, because today we are all meeting here to have a contagious change. The reason why Secretary Madam has requested and why I have met our Vice Chancellor, Vice Chairman Sir, because I was impressed because he was from ISB. ISB is among the top 10 schools in the world. So when I met him, I realized that there is an opportunity to drive contagious change in the education field. With my expertise for the past 25 years, I hope that I will deliver value, inshallah. And I will also drive the purpose why you all are here in this field. Because you all are great people. You are doctors, you are engineers, you are postgraduates. But what is important is, what is it that you are sharing with your addressable communities? Your addressable communities are your students. How far have your
Please, excuse me. No noise. Kindly, please, if you want, go out and talk, please. All right? When I'm speaking, I want attention, please. So all of you in the room, it's very important that what is the need for me to come address you? Because mashallah, you all are doctors, engineers by profession, but I am a management graduate. Ask yourself a very simple question. For the past 3 days, I have been attending entrepreneurship classes by SP Jain. SP Jain is a deemed to be university, one of the best in India after IIM. There is Jamnalal Bajaj, there is Narsi Monji, and there is XLRI. But there is also SP Jain. As you all know, if you think about engineering, the first best is IIT. Agree or disagree? Yes. After IIT, there is MIT. So you go to Massachusetts Institute of Technology and you become a brand. Here you are a product. But what is important is that there are particular habits driving you to become a brand. What are those habits? Because we all are blessed with knowledge, skills. But how do we utilize and how do we change our habits from becoming good to great? Our principal sir gave us a very good explanation in MBA. He told about the learning pyramid. How many of you, students and teachers in this room and virtually, know about the learning pyramid? Ask yourself. If not, go and see what is a learning pyramid, because we are in the business of teaching and learning. The learning pyramid says that lecturing only 15% of the knowledge is retained. Only 15% of the knowledge is retained. So I am here to change that habit of lecturing. The habit that is going to drive a performance culture in Lord Institute of Technology and Lord School of Business. With you all, it is possible. It is not possible with one person. So it's very important for you to look at the learning pyramid. The learning pyramid will give you insight how things are going to change, how you are going to drive success with our students. Before going there, just question yourself. 19th century educated people are teaching 20th century students to make them ready for 21st century. How do you solve this? Is this a big question or not? Please, I want participative management from the lecturers here because we are going to address the students. 19th century professors, lecturers, teaching 20th century students to make them ready for 21st century. There must be something wrong, right? What is wrong is that these students of the 20th century are having different habits. They are not the same that you were when you were students. It is important for us as professors to inculcate the habit of performance. To start with, we will inculcate the 7 habits, which are the world's best habits in order to move ahead. What are the 7 habits? The 7 habits are for highly effective people. The 7 habits are for highly effective people. If you go to, I have managed more than 30 brands across the world as country head. What differentiates you is your habit. If you don't change a performance culture related habit, then only what is the result you will understand. You will not be delivering value. You will not be delivering purpose. What do you need is purpose. Why are you here? So before we go ahead on this, I want you all to participate, the students of Lords and the lecturers, professors and the doctors in this room. When we walk out of this room, all of us should remember 7 habits for life. And there will be assignment related interaction. I want you all to give some assignments to your students, teachers and sir. After this, I want you to give some assignments to your students. Then only experiential learning will start. It's not a topic related assignment. It's an assignment related to their own self. It's an assignment related to their own success. So what is important is that
You give an assignment to an engineering student, a petrochemical engineer, a computer science engineer, or let us say civil or mechanical, whoever is watching. You give an assignment to find out what habits are necessary for him to succeed, especially because today we are dealing with the first year students. When the sprout comes up, what happens is that you always have a very good ability to balance how the sprout will grow into a tree and give fruits. So I request you all to guide the first year students, inculcate the 7 habits, let them understand the golden circle and build their personality of experiential learning. Experiential learning is far away from teaching. We don't teach, we mentor them, we give them knowledge. And so many people here, by the time your computer science students pass out or whatever the other stream, they should have their own identity with a project and live minimum viable product. How many of you have, let's be honest to each other, helped the students develop an application? These are all engineers on the campus. Why do they need to go to Deloitte, Accenture, Tata Consultancy Group, Infosys, Wipro? After they pass out, they go and make an application. The habit that needs to change is that they should do it on campus. TBI is there, Technology and Business Innovation Center is there. We are open, the doors are open to all the faculty members and students to make it a performance culture. We are startups. We want to have lots as one of the best startup incubators. Startups are not just in computer science. Computer science is a platform which writes the algorithms and develops the programming using coding. But startups are in mechanical engineering. Startups is in civil engineering. The startups are in petrochemical engineering. The startups are everywhere. The future is cloud business. So please inculcate the habit of performance culture of what they study, they should implement by giving assignments on every unit that you complete. We in MBA have started this and we hope that you take it as an example and lead it. We will be sharing our weekly monitoring of the students is important apart from attendance. I know you are mentoring, I know you are going, but what are you giving to them in order for them to reciprocate? Please make that a performance system. So before wasting more time, what I am going to do is, okay, I will start with the 7. What are the 7 habits? Okay. So 7 habits. So 7 habits. Okay, you all can hear me, right? I am using my mobile. The mobile is here. Please see your mobiles. All right, let's start. This is a 7 habits paradigm. 7 habits paradigm is given by a management thought leader by the name Stephen Covey. That someone This is Stephen Richard Covey. He is a management leader who trains people who are engineers, doctors, scientists, management graduates, indigenous businessmen, from Steve Jobs to Bill Gates, from Jack Welch to Ambani. They follow this. The people working in those companies, they follow 7 habits. They are trained, they are groomed. Why are they doing this? Because the leaders have 7 habits. Now, who are the leaders? There are only 5% of the population. There are only 5% of the population. The remaining 95% are operational people. 5% are vital. What do you mean by vital? Vital is always passionate to achieve and raise the bar of excellence. In order to raise the bar of excellence, every time you have to have a 7-habit personality. A 7-habit personality. And that personality changes your performance. Today you are here, tomorrow, 10 years from now, you don't know where you are going to be there. But are you going to grow? Are you going to be stagnant? Or are you going to go down? In order to grow, you need to have a performance-related habit so that every time you go, you are delivering continuously, consistently. At the same time, you are reciprocating it. You are reciprocating it with other people you are working with, your co-workers, your family, your kids, your friends. Everywhere you are performing. So Stephen Covey, he is no more, but he wrote a book, as Sir said. It is the most sought after book in corporate. I want you, that book by Madam and other Principal Sir's initiative, we are going to give you in this class in the room for the students. And this is in the form of the presentation. It will be shared to all of you so that you can remember for life. So let us start with what are the 7 habits. He is an MBA. 1 minute. Can you go back? If you look at the education, look at the education of Stephen Covey. He is a Bachelor of Science. He is an MBA and he is a Doctor of Religious Education. So that means he studied 3 different things to become such a great person. He studied science, he studied MBA, and he studied all faiths in order to connect people. So if you want to be a successful person, you need those connections in life. Then only you will prosper. Apart from that, he is an alma mater of Harvard University. Apart from Utah University, he is an alma mater of Harvard. As you all know, Harvard is one of the biggest university on earth. Occupation, he is an author, professional speaker, professor, consultant, management expert. Private life, forget about it. StephenCovey.com. If you want to know more about it, StephenCovey.com is the website. Let's go with the first slide. All right, go back. These are the 7 habits that he has given. If I ask in this room, what is your habit? Let me start, because I have this presentation skills that are engagement based. I am not here for you to listen. I am here for you to speak. I am here for you to speak. So can I request the last bench people to come on the first bench, please? Because participative management is what makes us grow together. If you are just listening, it's a boring culture. So from the faculty side and from the student side, just take a piece of paper and tell me what is your habit. Very simple. We'll start from you, sir. One habit that you have. Some like cricket, some like watching movies, everything, right? So I want to know one habit from the faculty. Please, sir, your name and your habit, which department? Please speak, stand up and speak, sir. Little louder, your mic now. Your name, sir? Okay, sir. And which department, sir? Physics. Wonderful, sir. And what is your favorite habit, sir? Playing cricket. Wonderful. Sports enthusiast. Next, sir, please. Physics. Listening songs. All right. Regional or international, local, American, local songs. That means Telugu songs. You must have seen Pushpa then. Okay. Wonderful. All right. Thank you. Yes, sir. Mechanical. Traveling. So songs, traveling. We have 2 habits. Yes, sir. Next. Thank you, sir. 2 mechanical and 2 physics. Sir, we are getting into metaphysics now. Okay. Yes, sir. Regional, local, international, sir. Local, Hindi, Telugu mix. Canada. Oh, wonderful. Thank you, sir. Next, please, sir. Mechanical, sir. Okay. Swami Garu. Chapandi, sir. Playing badminton, huh? Gopinath is your favorite, huh? Wonderful. Thank you, sir. Shuttle badminton, cricket, songs, right? 3. Okay. Okay, wonderful. So you are a media guy. You're always preoccupied by watching media. Thank you. Mechanical, sir. All right. Next, sir. Chemistry, sir. Yes, sir. Playing cricket is the hobby. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. Doctor, how are you, sir? First doctor to say doctor, I feel privileged. I am speaking to a doctor, sir. Oh, sir, I failed in intermediate, but I passed next time. That's why I am an MBA, sir. Seriously speaking. But passing and failing between them, impossible becomes possible, sir. I am possible, sir. So what do you teach, sir? Mathematics for engineering, sir. And what is your hobby, sir? Because from a mathematician, watching movies, sir. So if a person gets really worried when doing the derivatives and Simpson's rule, sir, you should go and watch movie, sir. Thank you very much. Students, you can watch movie when you are getting worried with your Simpson's rule and derivatives. That's fun, the fun part. Thank you, sir, watching movies. Next, sir, please. Mathematics, Muhammad Ali. Salam alaikum. Religious books. Wonderful. Thank you, sir. Different recitation. So you are faith-oriented professor. Wonderful. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. Sayyid Naziruddin, what's your favorite habit? Cricket and songs. Wow. So we have all cricket, songs, and a little bit of media centered person. He is into everything. Okay, thank you. From the lady side, please, madam. Wonderful. Thank you, madam. Movies and songs, almost the same similar kind of engagement. Yes, madam, please. Wonderful. One innovative lady is here who is working on craft. Well, very good, madam. Yes, madam, please. Best out of waste. Wow, I think we should clap it for her. Because this is something really great because she is a computer science. I am sure you will become a woman entrepreneur. Because you are going to offset the carbon footprint by creating some technology. Hopefully, we will help you out in that with our MBA department. Next, madam, please. Thank you. Listening old songs 90s. 1990s. Okay, wonderful. You have taken back to my college life. Thank you very much. Yes, madam. Which department you said, madam? English. Oh, my God. So we have the Tempest and the Shakespeare is there. Oh, my God. I don't know how Elizabeth and Mr. Darcy met. Okay. Listening songs and movies. Which songs you like, madam? English, Hindi, Telugu, Hindi songs. Okay, thank you, madam. Which department? Human resources. Ah, thank you. Science and humanities. Okay. Yes, please. Okay. Next, madam. Yes, pet. Wonderful. Thank you. All right. Thank you very much. Now, I want to thank all of you. I want the students who are listening to this to write down one habit that they have. All the students who are listening from Lodge, I want you to write down a habit. After that, you will understand what is 7 habits. Because all of you have one common habit. Okay? Now, how are you going to avoid conflict of this habit with 7 habits. 7 habits is a performance culture based paradigm. It's a performance culture based paradigm. In that habits, the first habit is be proactive. It says be proactive. What is the opposite of proactive? Reactive. For every action, there is an equal and opposition, there is an equal and opposite reaction. Who said it? Newton said it. So Newton gave us a very good example. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. So if you are proactive, what will be the result? Positive or negative? If you are reactive, what will be the result? Negative. I'll explain to you. Okay? It fell down. Nobody came and told me, sir, can I get this? Nobody came and told me this water, wait here, sir. This water is going to fall down. But if this is being seen by someone, he catches it. Catch this, sir. He catches it. So what is this? This is proactive. So this water, it falls down, it spills over. It's gone. But if this water, you are watching, similarly in life you will be facing so many problems, boys and girls. To solve the problem, is you have to take an initiative. First by yourself. Don't wait for anything. Don't wait for anything. Be proactive. So if you want to drive change in the subject that you teach, let us say metaphysics where it is going, mathematics where it is going, computer science where it is going, all you need to do is that drive change by being proactive. In order to do that, you have to get out of a teaching mindset. You have to get out of a teacher-student mindset. You have to become a real-world scenario. Imagine how the students will realize this in the real world. So you will take case studies of companies. You will take examples of companies and relate it with the subject that you are teaching. Example, if you are just giving the example of for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction, I took the example of this water bottle. Similarly, there are so many things that are changing. IT has become ICT. You all agree? IT has become ICT. What's the C in between? It's communication. Earlier it was information technology, but now it is information and communication technology. Information and communication technology is driving the world by digital transformation. Education is also going to become a digitally transferred industry. Digital transformation will happen for all the people who are in the education field. A best example is Byju's teaching Pythagoras theorem. Byju's teaching Pythagoras theorem, the kid wakes up 3 o'clock in the morning and he studies. Can you imagine that? And he will write the exam, he will pass. When you studied, was this possible? So between you and the next generation kids is ICT. Being proactive, you have to understand what has ICT done. It has created a communication platform where education has become very easy to learn. So the problem that you want to solve being proactive is that students not coming to the college. Why are the students not coming to the college? Because you are not, it's not about Lord's College or any other college. It's about the change in the society. The change due to Corona. The change due to communication protocol. If the students didn't have a Google or an iOS, do you think they would not have come to the college? They would have certainly come to the college. Today, you give a topic, the student will find out 20 different answers. The student will feel the teacher doesn't know anything. I know better than the teacher. So the first year students, I appeal to you, put yourself under a scanner and imagine how the pressure cooker is. Because you are engineers, I am giving the example of a pressure cooker. Google is like a pressure cooker. You type one keyword, you will get 1 million answers. type one keyword, metaphysics or Shakespeare, or you type anything mechatronics. Now, out of that 1 million answers, who will train you how to find out which is right? That is why the role of professor is to have experiential learning. You connect with them to show what is agriculture and what is culture. What is agriculture? 1 million things coming together. But when they come to college, they will be becoming cultured students. So coming to college and attending online is a necessity in order to groom themselves. And we as professors and they as students have to understand that the first habit that we need to inculcate is being proactive. And in being proactive, what do? You give them assignments, case studies, real life scenarios. They will go and watch. Not the bookish language, not the bookish topic, not something that they can easily understand. Something they should feel, something they should go out. That is what we need to inculcate in order to make a dynamic transformation of students of the first year, so that by the time they finish the fourth year, they are passing out as brands. Today they are products. What is the product? Product is a simple. Tomato is a product. Ketchup is a brand. You put Maggi, you put Heinz on it, you put Tucson on it. So students, when they come, they are raw. But when you polish them, they become a brand. Mercedes is a car. But when the car comes out of a Mercedes showroom, it is Mercedes. Agree or not? If the car comes out of a Chata Bazaar here, it is a Chata car. Nobody will buy it. So similarly, students and teachers together have to understand the paradigm of 7 habits. The first habit is being proactive. The second habit, begin with the end in mind. You are beginning your first semester. You are beginning your first year. Where do you want to go 4 years from now? You have to tell your teachers, all of the teachers, I want you to make note of your students. Ask them where do they want to go. Have you ever asked it? You have asked what are you, who are you, how are you, where are you. Forget all that. Ask them where do you want to go 4 years from now. When they give the answer, react to them and reciprocate with them in the same manner. If they are not proactive, tell their parents. Rather than telling them that come to the college, tell them where do you want to go from 4 years from now, 1 year from now. So we all together begin with the end in mind. You begin the semester with the end in mind. This particular boy, this particular girl is going to go into NASA. This is going to go into Wipro. This is going to become a pilot. This is going to become a chemistry, pharma. This is going to become a good teacher. I want all the professors to give an assignment to all the students and submit it to TBI and the other teams for us to help you out in grooming the students. And students, you are welcome. This is your college. Come back and discuss with us, the professor, the TBI people, the e-cell people. There is already an e-cell which is going to help you. This is being led by Miss Mahin Fatima. She is the president selected, e-cell. You all can come and talk to her and talk to the team that what is it that I can begin with the end in mind. And professors, I request you to give them career-related options. Where will this take them? How will you go there? And why will you go there? The why is very important. Okay? So let's all begin with the end in mind, the students as well as professors of the first year department. Is that clear? Any doubt from your side? No. Of course, but it will be in the Q&A session. Students, I will come back and talk to you in the Q&A session in the last time. Let me finish up this one because time is of essence. You have given me time. So let me there be. The third habit is put first things first. The third habit is put first things first. In life, you have so many things that you want to achieve. But what is important? You put the first things first. What are the first things? They are priority-driven things. Apart from food, clothing and shelter. Apart from food, clothing and shelter, there are priority driven things. What are priority? Something that will make you grow in future. That is your priority. You are professor. 10 years from now, you see somewhere yourself, with your kids, with your family. The students also see themselves from yourself. So they have to write down things and focus on the first things first, not the last things first. Example, watching a movie is the last thing first. Agree? You can watch it on Sunday. But if you are putting first things first, how many satisfactory developments did you do in your job that the next week the job wants you more than what you want? The job should require you more than what you require from the job. That is putting first things first. All right? The fourth habit is think win-win. There is no win-lose. Only win-win. You should win. The student should also win. The students also have to think that you have to win on both sides. The teachers are your gurus. You have to respect them. You have to work out with them in a way that they will help you grow and achieve your career goals. So always think on both sides as win-win. There is no win-lose. There is no, I am a professor, I will see what you are a professor here to teach the students. Students also, I will do whatever or no, that's wrong. You have to respect your professor. So you have to give respect, take respect. Then only it will be a win-win. Otherwise, it will not be a win-win. Okay? The next habit is the very difficult habit to cultivate. First, seek to understand, then to be understood. Try to be a good listener. And somebody comes in front of you, whether students or teachers, you have to be a good listener. How do you understand? First understand rather than letting the other person be understood. No, sir, I was very busy. The traffic was there, sir. I was not coming. That is why there is corona and all that. Before the sir is asking or the teacher is asking, you are trying to make them understand what is wrong with you. Did he ask you anything? The sir was trying to give you a chocolate. You don't want a chocolate? But you are trying to tell that, please understand me. Seek to understand first what is an assignment. Why is the professor or the teacher giving an assignment? Before the assignment is given, you should understand why is the assignment given. So that why is very important. So please, professors as well as students, don't try to be understood first. Seek to understand, then to be understood. Understand first, then make yourself understood to the audience when you are teaching. When you are teaching, did you understand? You will ask. The answer should come understood. So before doing that part of training online or offline, you have to see that is a fine line of differentiation between understand and understood. Try to first let them feel that they are going to, it is clear and understood that what we are going to make them understand. Is that clear too? Next one, synergize. Sir, how much is 2 plus 2, sir? If I ask the student, 2 plus 2 is 4, right? We all studied mathematics, 2 plus 2 is 4. But synergy says 2 plus 2 is equal to 5. Synergy says 2 plus 2 is equal to 5 because the power of 2 people, another people will have an impact of another additional person. That is 2 plus 2 is equal to 5. So in an organization, you work with a team. There are 2 people from humanities, there are 2 people from engineering, and there is 1 person from MBA who is guiding you. Similarly, engineer or finance. So synergize is always creating a positive energy with collaborating with people, with collaborating with your colleagues, with collaborating with interdisciplinary verticals that you have in lot. There are various verticals. There is computer science engineering, there is mechanics. I have mechanical engineering people here. How many of them, sir? Mechanical? Okay. Sir, have you ever done a project with electronics, sir? A simple question to all the students. When you come here, interact with your faculty and go and sit down with the electronics faculty, because the future of the world is mechatronics. We all know as teachers, we all know as professors, But how many of you are practicing? So go to the first habit. What is the first habit? The mechanical team will go to the electronic team. Sit down in a room. Bring the students of mechanical and electronics in one room and say, let us discuss mechatronics. Is that good or not, sir? I'm not trying to change you. I'm just trying to fix the things in 7 habits. So these 7 habits will make the students come. Today in Lord's College, we discussed mechatronics. Otherwise, they are always worried about passing the mechanics paper 1. The whole mechanical engineering, civil engineering, I don't know. The biggest problem, dilemma in their life, the nightmare paper that they have is mechanics. Because they fear that paper. Actually, that's the easiest to make it easy. And that mechanics today is collaborating. I was invited, and one of the ISB teachers were also there in Chennai Engineers Association. How machine engineering and how machine learning is being helped by mechanics and electronics. You all know, sir. You all know, right? Have you done a case study, sir? Please do a case study for first year students. Give the assignment on mechatronics. I would love to be a part of that discussion. Because marketing will take your product and sell it after you develop. So you need sales and marketing as well after you develop a tangible product. To synergize, is 2 plus 2 is equal to 5. Mechanics, electronics, mechatronics, computer science and marketing, startups. They develop the application, we take it, we develop a startup. This is what is known as synergy. Alright, the last one is when you synergize, you practice it, sharpen the saw. Next one. You sharpen the saw, you practice it. These 7 habits now I represent in a very beautiful diagram. This diagram has triangle, circles from the engineering perspective, pyramids maybe or whatever you say. But from the management perspective, from an individual personality behavior, this triangle has 3 rectangles. This circle has 3 figures. Dependence, independence, interdependence. Which is the best for you? Please raise your hand. Students, you can also type what is the best for you. Students can type in the chat, right? You can type in the chat. I will see that later on. But professors also here. What do you think is the best paradigm? There are 3 in black. Look at the black color. Independence, dependence, interdependence. So somebody said independence. I have one independence guy. Madam from the right hand side. Which is the best part? Interdependence. Now we are speaking business. Now we are speaking positive. First thing first. Dependence is a solo. You are working all solo. There will be private victory. You can be proactive, you can be great, but you will not grow. You see the habit here? Electronics and mechanics. But it will be win-win. But if they combine together, what is it? It is interdependence, a bigger victory. So 7 habits always makes you victorious, whichever platform you are there. It's all about your success, not just victory. It's about your success. Because you cannot create a great mechanical platform or a product without electronics and communication engineering letter. So future is communication, ICT, information and communication technology. So this paradigm, please remember for life, dependence, independence, and then interdependence. So interdependence is synergy. On top right hand corner, there is written synergy. So in order to succeed, students, you also have to practice the same thing at life. how you are going to synergize your subjects. There are some subjects you like, some subjects you don't like. So you have to see how you correlate and resonate the subject. And always practice and write it down. Whatever you are studying, don't create a digital enemy of yourself. A digital enemy is 1 million search results, but zero in the notebook. So practice the habit of creating notes. If you practice the habit of writing it down on every unit, practicing it out, you will be successful in life. Okay? Next one, sir. Next. All right. This habit has physical, social, spiritual, and mental ability. It depends upon what you need. You can take it out of there. Some want to go to exercise, physical, mental. Some want to be strong, forget the stress, practice this habit. Some want spiritual, the person over there religious, he can also do that. So these habits will help you grow your spiritual, mental, physical, as well as social and emotional self inside. So what happens? You become a happening person rather than a melancholy person just trying to come to college, go back from college, sit in the bus or sit in the bike or car. That's not life. Life is all about happening yourself, doing something, making yourself more and more happy-go-lucky. So these habits make you a different shape. So currently you have only one best habit, but I'm trying to give you 7 habits without changing you. Am I asking you to change? I'm just asking you to practice. If you practice, you will achieve all these things. If you don't practice, you will be far away from this. One person is watching movie, maybe he will have some kind of mental or social happiness, but he will not get other happiness. But if you practice 7 habits, if you run in the morning, if you just take good health, you will be 360 degrees successful person. Okay, next. This is an upward spiral. No need. This is all about your habits, how you will be taking the habits. It's a proactive model. This is a grid of win or lose. This is a grid of win or lose. So for engineers, there is x-axis and y-axis. What is there on x-axis? On x-axis, there is courage. On y-axis, is consideration. So how many low level of consideration and low level of courage is already created? Low level of consideration. Consideration to students, consideration to students, consideration to your own self. It's low level, you will do it. But high level of courage, low level of consideration, you may do. You may win, you may lose. But high level of consideration, high level of courage, it is always in 9 times. Thank you. 9 times. But high level of consideration, low level of courage, it has to be good. So here is the enough. But what is important is that you have to balance both of them. You have to balance courage and consideration. What is courage? Courage is taking the first person in the room to come up with a case study and tell the students tomorrow morning, we had done this yesterday, 7 habits. This is the case study. Let's do it. That's courage. How many of you have that? Courage is to challenge the normal. Courage is to challenge the normal, melancholy, teaching, subjective, bookish. No. Courage is about making the students learn. Courage from the students is consideration. Your lecturer is teaching you something different. So you have to be considerate with your professor. So what will happen? It will be win-win. So the professor will also find yourself in a win-win. The students will also find in a win-win. So this is the way the 7 habits will change. So I always want our community, students and fraternity, my fellow colleagues, my professors and doctors in this room, to have the courage. And so many things mathematics is solving in NASA, sir. Without mathematics, there is nothing in NASA, sir. Right? The calculation of the orbit and the oscillation of the orbit and there is a particular formula, just one formula you discuss, sir. That is correct. Students will consider that sir is doing something different. He is a doctor. He studies mathematics for 30 years. In this particular room that you are listening, I have more than 250 years of experience. Agree? 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 15 years, 20 years, 20 years, 25 years, 25 years. If I add all the experience in this room, 250 years of experience is sitting here. And if the students don't want to learn, I really pity them. We are learning from each other. When I am speaking to you, I am learning. When you are speaking to me, you are learning. There is no big, tall, happy-go-lucky. It's a very simple thing. So that is courage. Courage is to learn. Consideration is to give respect to the knowledgeable person. Don't go and listen to political leaders or religious leaders. They are fools. Don't waste your time watching WhatsApp. Students, waste your time watching what is NASA doing. What is Archimedes? What did Archimedes do so many years? What did Aristotle say? What did Newton say? You all have to understand this. Why is it that you are studying that book after 200 years? Isn't it true? You will say this is the law. But before that law, somebody had the courage to do that. And I want you also to come out with the courage of some more things for Lord. Because our identity in this room is because of the Lord's quality. And I am really appreciative of the management to inculcate a personality development and overall holistic development of the student and community, because we want to drive change. We want to begin with the end in mind. How many universities take this initiative? You all studied in so many universities, colleges. You are a platform, use it. Anybody saying no, come to the management. If you come and say no, there is a reason for saying no if I am busy. But wantedly, if I am saying no, or to the students or to the professor, there is something wrong with you. I have to correct that. There is no place for complacency. So please show courage, drive a contagious change, make the students realize that experience, stimulation is the next important thing in order to learn. You all agree or not, madam? Simulation is really important or not, or just textbook learning, notes is important. Real life examples, real time examples, air quality index. We are all talking about physics, air quality index, mechanics. Who is measuring? Just now recently, KTR Garu, press is either. What did it say? It said that Telangana government appoints a new community to measure the air quality index. What are we doing? Are we explaining to the students how to measure the air quality index? What formula is being used? What is the platform is being used? That is where the learning curriculum should start. So please get into a performance culture. The same thing, there is trust and consideration. There was courage, there is trust. So if you have trust and consideration, what will happen? There will be you have courage and consideration, you will have trust. The trust will always make you where it will synergize. Okay? It will synergize. Next. If you were there in the presentation, you will always get this presentation. Please, sir, principal sir and all the students, this will be shared with you by principal sir, by his approval. And then with the faculties, you can give another session to the students by yourself. It's not that I am trying to teach you. I want you to teach to the students, and the students can teach to the faculty as well. Okay? Both ways, it's to learn from the faculty as well. Okay? Next one, please. I can always go back. Step top. Looking at down. I am aware and responsible. I feel my attitude and creative force in my life. I can forgive and forget. I can let go of the past. These are the things that are needed in order to get. Next. These are the habits which are explained in written. What I spoke, it is written here. It's in the presentation. All of you can take this. Habit 1, habit 2, habit 3. 4, 5, 6, 7. There are two circles which are very important in life: circle of influence and circle of concern. The more you show concern, the more you will be unhappy. The more you show concern, the more you will be unhappy. The more you show influence, the more you will be happy. So your actions are influenced by yourself, not by your concern. Do you agree? Your concern is what will happen because of corona. You keep thinking corona will knock on the door. Seriously, it's a psychological thing. But if you see that I am proactive, I can fight it out, I can wear the mask. Sorry, I'm speaking that I am not wearing. But I am mentioning social distance. Okay. So what is important? That your circle of influence has to be big. Next one, please. The circle of influence. The circle of influence makes you interact 4 ways, not 1 way only. But your circle of concern is like a tunnel. You are inside a tunnel watching light. By the time you become a doctor, you believe that you are a great person. By the time you become a doctor, you think that I have achieved something. That is a tunnel vision. But there is a helicopter vision. A helicopter vision like an eagle. Eagles soar high. I tell my students, I want them to be game changers. What do they mean by that? Meaning you have to look at the world from a broader perspective, not just a smaller perspective. Not from concern-oriented person, but from a influential person, that you will influence somebody else. So a tunnel vision is like a train coming. By the time you reach there, it's like a train which will run you over. You have wasted 15 years to complete a postgraduate doctor. But are you getting the returns? No. Had you been doing corporate and postgraduate together, apart from training and teaching, you are a multiple person. So you are influencing your own life into many aspects, not just one aspect. Similarly, engineers today, students, it's not about mechanics, it's not about electronics, it's not about computers. These are all going to become interrelated fields in future. Artificial intelligence, big data, machine learning, Internet of Things are going to occupy a larger space in your life. And when this happens, you should have knowledge about it. You should be influenced, not concerned. I am not a mechanical engineer. I'm just an electronic engineer. But on campus, if you learn that, you have already influenced your learning. Agree? At the top, I said the pyramid, learning pyramid. Teaching is only a part, but leading by example and creating relationship is this. Leading by example and creating relationship is this. Next, please. This is who, what, why, and how. Okay, knowledge, desire, skills. These are the habits. You all have this. Please practice this. Next. Character and competency needs judgment. If you have both of them, that is the part that is competency. That is the part you need to judge. Technical skills, qualifications, knowledge, experience. The students who are listening, please look at it. Competency is different and character is different. Develop a character and develop a competency in order to be successful in life. Okay, this is public life, private life, secret life circle. 4 unique humans: self-awareness, conscience, imagination, and willpower. This will make you successful. These are the 4 points that will make you successful. This grid, this is a very important grid. In management philosophy, this is known as an urgent and important matrix. It is known as a UI matrix. It is known as urgent and important matrix. We all have work every day. It is important to put this work in this grid. Some work is urgent, some is important, some is not important, some is not urgent, some is urgent, some is not urgent. So this grid says the first one that you need to address is urgent and important. Urgent and important. Deadline. email, WhatsApp, every time. It's not for a particular time, but try to gain empowerment for yourself and come to college with good knowledge. The third thing is not important, but urgent. Not important, but urgent. Phone call, email, any subject. Private meetings here. Some other meetings, personal meetings after the college, after the chapter. These are the second matters. WhatsApp, YouTube, Instagram, that is media. You don't have to do that. That comes in not urgent, not important. Not urgent, not important. The last group. Okay, time wasters, your friends who just come, let's have tea. Tea for what? Let's go and have tea, they will. Like that. Okay? Irrelevant mail, excessive TV, don't laugh. We all have tea. But just because you are working, he comes and says, come, let's have coffee. So you will lose the work. That somebody comes and invites you for this. You leave the IPSC work and go. What will happen after that, I will not tell you. So please try to be careful. Work on the important matters. But life has to be fun at the same time. We have to deliver. We are coming here, we are paid to deliver. Deliver, then go for tea. That's good. Don't go for tea or coffee without deliver. Okay? Next one. You can hear this is a simple immune system. Time outside. The people don't do this two times. Time are outside. Interactions are outside. Helping problems, practice are inside. They control your life. Understanding duplicity. Very important thing of duplicity I want to tell you. I have seen many students duplicate things. They again and again come back with the same question. When you finish one question, try to solve the question in a different way. Don't duplicate the question because the professor will have the same answer for the question. Then the student will say, sir, this professor is not good. So the students should understand when you ask a question, don't duplicate a question. Create something which is over and above that question or below the question so that you get good reciprocation from the professor. Okay, then please be kind to the students. All the faculty for sure in Lord's is kind. We are there to serve you. We are here to serve you. And I am sure you all are listening. There is no way that we can say that we are not serving you. Otherwise, we will not be speaking to all of you. So try to be kind to us so that we can be kind to us and it's a win-win synergy. In doing all the 7 habits, what's the best thing that you are going to achieve? You will create your emotional bank balance. You will create your emotional, you are filled and happy. When you go out, you are feeling, yes. If somebody comes and tells me I am bald, I don't have hair, should I start worrying and go to a hair, guy who is doing some marketing or take black color and put it? I am happy from within. I am not happy without. If somebody says you are looking good, does it mean I am looking good? No. The students, all of you are different. Some are excellent. Some are marvelous, some are stupid, some are not so stupid, some are fun-loving. But stupidity is also an art because you will ask a funny question. I was a stupid student. I used to ask funny questions. That means I wanted to learn. So lecturers should also understand that in order to accommodate students, there are 5 different fingers. So we are all having 5 different students. We have to give 5 different answers. Don't put pressure on good students are like this. Look at this guy, he is 95%. So what? 40% is also my student. So we all are together in one boat in order to make them learn. The 95% to come and explain the 40%. How did he become a 95%? But the 40% will show him how to watch movies. Poor guy is not meeting, he is sitting in Narayana and other places, studying 7 o'clock in the morning to 4 o'clock in the evening and coming home again studying. But that guy is 40%, is still an engineer. So all dropouts like Bill Gates, we take the example, they were engineers, they were dropouts because they wanted to get out of the box learning. So try to create an out of the box learning atmosphere in the college as well. Okay? With that we finish the 7 habits. Any questions? 7 habits is over. I request the students to raise the question. Sir, who is managing this? Chat box, yeah. Please open the chat box. Students, you can type the question. I will answer your question. 7 habits is over now. Also, the faculty, if you have any questions, you can ask by the time they type. Can you open that? Let everyone can message it. Correct, sir? How much time, sir? What's the time? Okay, by 4 o'clock we will finish. All right. Questions from the faculty? Yeah. Amatul, Sayyada Amatul, will you speak? I cannot hear you, but I have questions. Yes. Can you ask the question, please? If you are not here to type and ask, you can ask your professors. They are in the class. They can answer you. Okay? Keep the message box open. Let's move forward. Any questions, please type it because we are having only 20 minutes now in order to finish. Okay, next go please to the next know your wife. Any questions from your side? చెప్పండి సార్ ఏమైనా వార్తలు ముగించే ముందు మన ముఖ్యాంశాలు మరొకసారి సిద్ధార్థ్ బాసు మై ఫేవరెట్ టీవీ news presenter sir 1990 have you heard about him? His name was Siddharth Basu, news presenter. He had a very famous punchline వార్తలు ముగించే ముందు ముఖ్యాంశాలు మరొకసారి. So similarly, if you want anything on 7 habits, you can ask me. Is there anything that you want? Yes, madam, you want something? I want to interact more with you in computer science. Please come to TBI, please. Let us sit down. Let's do something wow. Normal is not important. Good is not enough. We need to be great. Food is for common people. Food is also for common people. Great people are hungry for success, not for food. So let's do something which is great, something which will inspire the next generation from this campus. Okay? All right. SMAC communication. This is a code actually. Wherever you go in the world, you have to have SMAC communication. Specific, measurable, achievable, and compatible. Specific, measurable, achievable, and compatible. You write null hypothesis and alternate hypothesis to solve anything. If you write it in one line, it looks great. If you write one paragraph, how will it look? Such a big problem, then you have to get into PERT and CPM. You will get into performance evaluation review technique. Even that will not work, then you will get into critical path method. Hello sir, how are you? Clap the hands for our senior faculty member, sir. Sir, please come here, sir. So if you look at the whole way that you communicate with your students and students communicate with professors, you have to have a SMAC perspective. Specific, measurable, achievable, compatible. What is that? As I explained to you, null hypothesis, alternate hypothesis. One paragraph or one line. Similarly, when the students are doing coding, a one-line code is what Airbnb is all about, one-line code. Instead of 20 pages of algorithms. Which is better? Successful, one-line code. So you have to practice in daily life specific, measurable, achievable, and compatible. Students who are watching should also have very specific questions. Don't come with big questions that have so much uh, opinion rather than knowledge. Don't come with opinions to your teachers. Come as knowledge seekers. Don't come to your teachers as Google students. Anybody comes, professors, and tells this is from Google, throw them out. The thought, throw that thought out. Because Google learning is different and realistic book-based learning is different. So when they come with Google, ask them to see if they have applied it with their book or not. If they have not applied with their book, that means there is something missing in between. They are not specific. They are generic. What are they? They are generic. So if you solve a generic problem, it will take tons of time. It will take tons of knowledge. You are draining your knowledge solving a generic problem. But if the problem is specifically defined, you have a measurable quantity and quality. Specific, measurable. After that, if you are having specific and measurable, you can achieve the result. You can achieve the result. And in order to achieve the result, you are win-win. Your 2 plus 2 is equal to 5. So it is compatible. So specific, measurable, achievable, compatible is a success mantra of all multinational companies when they are communicating. When they are communicating, try to minimize your communication and be specific. Let's go to the know your why in the golden circle. Know your why in the golden circle. This is a concept given by a thought leader called Simon Sinek. Simon Sinek is a leadership guru, and he explains that 5% of the people in the world are vital, 95% are optional. What classifies similarly, 5% of the companies in the world are ruling the world, 95% are not. What is it that makes Apple such a great brand? Okay, I was country head of Samsung. I managed Samsung as country head. I had more than 250 people reporting, $125 million budget I was managing. Samsung was always trying to compete with Apple. But there is no way that two platforms can compete. What is the specialty of Apple? Any Apple users here? iOS user? Yes. Even I don't know. One user. So he's a specialist. One great user from Apple. You know what is his specialty? He always believing in the best of the best. That is why he's using Apple. But I am brand loyal to Samsung, sir, so I am using Android. The problem with Android is it's an open source platform. Google can give the Android platform to anybody. But there is Apple, which is a secure, the best in class. Apple is not about iPhone only. Apple manufactures the best and the most secure devices in the world. So Apple is there because of its why. Whereas Samsung and other brands are in the world, they talk about how and what. They talk about how and what. Apple doesn't talk about how. Have you ever seen Apple come and explain what is Safari? Sir, you are using. But you will see Android speak about so much about Chrome. Android will speak so much about, earlier it was Market, now it is Google Play. Have you ever seen Apple speak about this? When Apple is being launched in the market from Moscow to Russia to Japan to America to India, there are lines just to buy Apple phone or Apple iPad or Apple Watch. Why do you think it is there? Because of the why. Because of the why. Simon Sinek gives the example of Apple. You can watch it in YouTube. In YouTube, I didn't share the link. He says that Apple thinks about the why. It takes the greatest product for the best person to own it. Not everybody can own the Apple. Not everybody can own the Apple phone. Only the best people in the world should own the Apple gadget. because they know why they are using Apple. Otherwise, we are how and what. Otherwise, we are how and what. Similarly, in life, in order to succeed, the students have to understand why have you taken computer science engineering? Why have you taken mechanical engineering? Why have you taken civil engineering? Put that with 7 habits. Put that with 7 habits. Then talk about something else. Don't talk about how and what. Sir, in CBIT they are doing like this. Students will come and tell the sir. Sir, in Vasavi they are doing like this. Have you ever thought what are they are doing in MIT? Have you ever thought what they are doing in IIT? Have you ever referred to NPTEL platforms that your professors are giving you? Have you ever registered what IIT Kharagpur, IIT Ahmedabad, IIM, other peoples are doing? Because you are busy in how and what. You are not busy in why. The importance in life to succeed is why. Know your why. Why are you doing computer science? Have you all students who are listening searched what and how so many times? Have you searched why? Why CSC? Why civil? Why mechanical engineering? Please type in your own iOS. I don't have, sir. Will have iOS. It will give different results. Google will give different results. Because the results are also coming from a different platform. It's an operating system itself. The thought process of the Apple user is very different. It belongs to a different ecosystem. We cannot penetrate that ecosystem. Similarly, students have to become a different class when they understand their why. So we have 4 years. The dean of the first year first year students met, and that is why we arranged this. Why is it for? It is for your why to be understood. You have to understand your why. Type silence why. Listen to the example. Why is there very few organizations know why they do what they do? Why is not about making money. Why is not about making money. Money will run after you. Apple phone and then, Bisleri and any ABCD. Which one you will buy? You will buy Bisleri because you want quality. Why? This is quality. This is quantity. Any other brand. So there is a difference between quality and quantity. If you know why, you will become qualitative. Quantitative is not important. Money will come if you do a great interview. So try to understand your why in every subject, then discuss how, and then discuss what. Today, unfortunately, the teachers will agree with me, the students are discussing what first. Correct me if I am wrong, sir. The students are discussing what. You have a dilemma reporting to the management about what. You have a dilemma reporting to the students about how. Then after solving what, you are solving how. By that time, why is gone. Listen to Sandeep Maheshwari. Listen to positive speakers. Sandeep Maheshwari is a great speaker. Listen to him, what he is saying. He is addressing the why in life. Similarly, Simon Sinek also addresses the why in life. So all the students, and I request the faculty members, before you answer, question the why. Don't question the how and what. Question the why. Don't question the how and what. When you have first why, what are you going to win from the students? You are going to win the trust. The students, when you ask why, you have your why in place, the faculty will start trusting you. Sir, I want to become a NASA engineer. Sir, I want to become a Wipro executive. Madam, I want to create a startup that will become women empowerment example. Come to your faculties like that. That is your why. Don't come, when is the exam, sir? How is the exam, sir? What is the portion, sir? This is the problem. So don't talk what and how. First talk why. In order to achieve your why, you will only find your how and what. Then you become a brand. You are not an open source platform. This is the Golden Circle. There is a video of Golden Circle and there is a Simon Sinek book, Simonsinek. Please read that. It has changed a lot of things in my thinking process. First, I also used to talk so much about how and what. Now I am talking about why am I here? Why am I trying to address the people? Because this is a set of ecosystem. The ecosystem is driven by each other. It is a collaborative, resonant, coherent, cohesive unit. And it can happen only when management, MBA, and technology meet. Marketing and technology meets MarTech. Finance and technology becomes FinTech. Mechanics and electronics becomes and meets Mechatronics. Is it or not? CSE is driving every business. There is IT becomes ICT, AI, ML, big data. When I was there in UN, I was addressing the UN for 11 days. I was traveling. I met Harvard, Stanford, Oxford, Ivy League, Yale University. I met all the professors, the leaders there. There is only one thing that I saw in them that is very common, and that is why. Why are they talking about climate change? Why are they talking about contagious change? Why are they not talking about revolution? Don't try to change the teacher or the student. They will be like that. Try to be contagious. Please, I request the students as well as the teacher to make it 2 plus 2 is equal to 5. That is synergy. Next, please. Always start your life with the golden circle that addressing the why. How great leaders inspire action. This is the touchwood. If you want to become great leaders, students, start with why and inspire action from within. Life is within, not without. This is personality development. I have this concept of personality development, but with your permission, sir, it cannot happen online. Personality development is a physical process that needs to be actioned inside the classroom or a seminar hall. So what I want is that the students who want to have a personality development after the government rules oblige and after the college invites you, we will have a personality development session. With the faculty, it will be interactive and fun. It will not be monotonous. With this, I conclude the presentation. Any question and answer, please you can ask. Or if you cannot ask, you can send your queries to the professor and they will answer you and will reply back to you. Is there a question? Yeah. Shashikant, thank you for writing that. I can see you have sent the link of Simon Sinek. It's very good. I have one positive person who went to the website and already wrote the website. I want to clap for Shashikant. Thank you, Shashikant, sir. Anybody else? Whatever questions you have, take a screenshot of that. Similarly, you can also go to Stephen Covey and have that. Thank you very much, all of you in the faculty, respected teachers, professors, doctors, and head of the department, and my fellow colleagues. Thank you for coming and giving me all the respect. I thank the management of Lodge, Secretary Madam and Vice Chairman Sir, our Tausik Sir and Mr. Tanveer for making this happen, and also my fellow MBA colleagues for motivating me and being with me to be part of the change that we drive. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum. Bye-bye.
Good evening, everyone. I would like to thank Professor Noman Abdul Majid sir for taking his time out and enlightening us and our students on 7 habits of highly effective people. I would also take this opportunity to thank the management and principal of Lodge Institute, without whose cooperation this event was not organized. The driving force behind this program is the Dean sir and the whole team of SLH, the HODs of each department of physics, chemistry, maths, and English. We would like to propose vote of thanks. Thank you for last but not the least. I would also like to thank the students for participation. Thank you all. Have a good day.